Hello, folks. Thank you for listening to Mountain Mule Media, Connecting Montana. I'm your host, Tim Baldwin. This podcast is a production of Mountain Mule Transportation. It was created to help locals and travelers connect more deeply with the businesses and people who make Montana such an incredible place to live and visit. In each episode, I sit down with Montana business owners and community leaders to hear the story behind their work, how they got started, what they've built, and how they help create a better experience for both residents and visitors. If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe on your favorite platform. And if you use any of the services or businesses you hear about here, let them know you heard about them from Mountain Mule. And when you need private transportation with Montana's hospitality, please think of Mountain Mule Transportation. Thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy the show as we keep connecting Montana. Elizabeth Dellwo, thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
What can you tell me about Blush?
Blush. Well, Blush is what we call a beauty boutique, an aesthetic boutique. We do aesthetics there, which is skin services. So we don't do hair, nails, but as the years have gone, I've kind of changed my menu, but generally an esthetician is skincare, waxing, all of that.
Okay.
Sort of
So what does your current menu look like?
My current menu is we do full body waxing, most body hair removal, and we do eyelash lifts and brow lamination, which is kind of new thing that's in. We do airbrush tanning. We do a lot of that. We're known for our airbrush tans, actually. And then also I do permanent makeup there at Blush, which is like tattooing for the face, so you look like you have makeup on.
Okay, and pardon all my ignorance, just because this
Yeah.
is not where I would be. Let's start with the spray tans. What does that look like, and what's your typical client look like for that service?
Oh my gosh, I think that's the beauty of it. Everybody wants to have that natural glow, and unfortunately living in Montana, we don't get a lot of opportunity to be outside, and it's much more safe for you to not tan outside. But so I do proms if people have dances, if there's weddings or people going on vacations. Even in the middle of the winter, I'm super busy with spray tans because people are going on vacations, or I have a friend that we spray tan each other every other week, and we call it our spray of confidence.
That's so funny.
It just gives us a nice little boost. So it's basically what happens is we are spraying you with a solution that reacts with your natural melanin in your skin, and then it just kind of like when an apple goes brown, it turns your skin
Interesting.
brown, and then it exfoliates off as time goes, because your skin exfoliates off within days, and so you lose your tan. In about 10 days you'll be ready to get another one.
So what's the protocol when you get the spray tan? Is it no shower for a certain amount of time?
All solutions are different. My solution I have is in 8 hours, so you come in and you get tanned. It's best to do it at night, so you can just go sleep in it and you don't have to worry about it, because as your tan's developing, you actually cannot get wet, so you got to be careful. I've had girls call me because they went out and got a drink afterwards and spilled something on themselves, and they had streaks on them.
Oh, no
way. So you do actually have to be kind of careful for the first 8 hours so you don't mess it up. And there was a bride once that actually came in, and a rainstorm came after she got sprayed, and she was in shorts and a tank top because it was winter, and we had to make her a full body cover up out of garbage bags because she could get to her car and wouldn't get wet.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's so they get you come in, you get into my little tent, and I just spray you by hand. So I'm sure you've heard of the booths, but I feel like doing it by hand is much more effective because everybody's shaped differently, and everybody wants a different result. So I control the amount of solution that I put on you, and it can make your tan darker or
I haven't heard of either, for the record. But
no, you've never heard?
No.
See, and everybody always asks, have you seen that Friends episode with Ross where he gets into the spray tan booth and
No,
he
I
forgets
haven't.
to spin, so he gets sprayed on one side all 4 times? You've never seen that, huh?
I really embraced being in Montana and being
I love
under a rock.
I love it.
Okay, that's spray tan. Tell me about permanent makeup, because that's kind of an interesting concept I've never heard of as well.
Yeah, so permanent makeup is basically it is I'm a tattoo artist, but only with the face. It's because we're still placing pigment underneath your skin, but it is a different kind of pigment that you would have than a tattoo artist. And there's a couple different techniques when you're doing eyebrows, but the most popular that people talk about these days is microblading, where we actually are taking doing little tiny slits that are like hairs and then putting the pigment in there, so when it heals with the pigment inside, it looks like hair strokes.
Okay.
And then there's some other ways to do it too, where it looks like makeup, where you can tap the pigment in and it deposits in a different way. And you also do blush on the lips, so you look like you have lip pigment in your lips.
Okay, so that's where the name of the company comes from? Because
know,
I generally ask this question anyway, where if there's any story to the name. So
yeah, there is actually a little bit of a story, because at that point I was doing bridal makeup. That was one of the reasons I became an esthetician way back in the days, because I wanted to do bridal makeup. And my friend and I were sitting there brainstorming ideas, and she said, well, why don't you call it Blush? Because you make people blush when you wax them, and you make people blush when you put makeup on them. And I was like, okay, I like that. It's simple, one word, it's blush.
yeah, it's cool. There's a story to the.
Yeah.
Okay, so the permanent makeup, who's the typical client that gets that? Anyone, everyone? Is it an aging thing? Is it a preference thing?
So I think what keeps me in business is the 90s eyebrows, is because all the girls our age over-tweezed their eyebrows because they wanted tiny little thin eyebrows, and now that actually ages your face. Don't over-tweeze your
Interesting.
eyebrows. It's very bad for you. So having fuller eyebrows is better. So now that that's a thing, we can go in there with the permanent makeup and correct over-tweezing. So that's what really keeps the business going.
Okay.
Is fixing everybody's eyebrows from the 90s.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said waxing. You guys do waxing?
Yep, we do full body waxing. So we do everything all the way full, like Brazilians, underarms, face, eyebrows, all of that stuff. Never got any of that done?
No, I had my back waxed once, and I wasn't a fan.
Because of the pain, or just the growing in was weird?
Kind of really just like the pain and the inconvenience of having it done.
Yeah, it is. It's painful.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of times with men too, because you're active and it can react. Like very few people can get nice smooth wax, and it makes it worth it for the back. Yeah.
What is there anything that anyone that uses your service or your shops should know or doesn't know already, or is like advantageous to know for you and them?
I think it's kind of funny that I've had people that have been coming to me for a while for one service, and they don't know that I do the other one. So I think that just people knowing all the things that I do, it's kind of important for me, because I do the spray tanning, do the body waxing, I do the lash lifting, and do the brows, and all that. And it's a safe space.
What's the female to male ratio?
Oh man, well, I could probably count the male clients I have on one hand. Yeah, I probably have 5 regular men that come in and get stuff done.
Is there anything that men should know, or any reason like that would be advantageous for them?
Yeah,
Or
they need to come get their noses waxed.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a pet peeve for me, is when I look up and I see a man's nose hairs. So, and that's
Now I'm insecure now, and I'm going to be looking down the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, that's one of my, because men don't like it tickles their nose anyway, and just getting it waxed and just pulling it out. And I actually have a lot of women that get their nose waxed too. It's not just a man service, but I think that's the one for the men. Like, it's.
Yeah, I have a trimmer attachment for mine, and it like your breathing is so much better when there's less restriction.
I know, and it's even more so when you get it waxed.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, it feels amazing.
What else? Anything else? Any other reason a man would be there? Do they? Well, they probably get spray tans, right?
Yeah, I have actually. It's funny because if you're spray tanning, say the wife or the fiance, and you don't add color to the man, when you take photographs,
That makes sense.
sometimes it's a little off. So if you do have more pale complexion for a man, and that is actually something you should think about when you're a bride and planning your day, that I've had the fiancés come in to get a little spray tan too, or even on vacations. And yeah, I've had a couple men in town that you'd probably be surprised they get spray tans for things, because they're motorcycle driving, rough Montana men.
Yeah.
So,
How about like private events or weddings? Do you guys do stuff for them?
So like I said, I used to do bridal makeup and I've kind of stepped back with that. I don't do that as much just so I can have some more freedom in the summer. But I still do a little makeup for friends, to be honest. So it's not completely out of the question. But spray tanning is definitely something that I still do for parties.
Okay.
Groups of women going on bachelorette parties or bridal showers. It has a lot to do with weddings. And then, I've had groups of women come in and get their eyebrows waxed together.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
How about, are you guys hiring, looking for employees, anything anyone can do to help you guys out that hears this just in any way?
Well, funny, I have my space downtown. I absolutely love it. And I'm only there 2 days a week, maybe, on other ventures.
Okay.
And so I do have a space available downtown to rent. It's not an enclosed room though, so I don't know if a massage therapist or someone who's looking for a spa environment would work there. But
Okay.
yeah, I've been downtown. I opened Blush almost 18 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've had it for a really long time. We've been downtown most of that, and my little space that I'm in now, we've been for 12 years. And
So what would that look like if somebody wanted to rent that out? It'd be a shared space for them, essentially? Okay.
yeah, we'd have to share it. So I'd work on certain days, and they'd work on certain days.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because people are always looking for
Yeah.
real
space.
estate's not in
Yeah.
low demand out here.
Yeah.
So there could be, if the right person hears that, it could be a good
absolutely.
situation.
Yeah.
And your website?
You know, it's funny. I don't even have a website.
Oh, no way.
anymore.
You're on social?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
Blush Bozeman MT.
Blush Bozeman MT. Okay. And what's the best way to find you? Instagram or stop in?
So the best way is to actually just shoot me a message, text
Okay.
message, or send me a DM through my personal Instagram.
Okay.
Which is easy to
Do you
find.
want
Elizabeth
to
Dellwo.
put your phone number on here too? Or?
Sure, go ahead and give me a call.
Okay. Well, is that what you're saying? A text message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can you don't have to say it, but I'll put it in the description. So if somebody actually wants it, it'll be there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it. Unless you got anything else to share.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Cool.
Cool.
Thanks for doing this. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Thank you.